Okay, I'm hearing more and more people who actually believe that Bill Greer, the driver of the limousine, turned around and shot President Kennedy. That is absolutely false, and I'm going to show you why even the most radical pro-conspiracy people reject that idea. As we go through these frames, I'm going to ask you to pay particular attention to Roy Kellerman, who sat next to Greer. Notice the glare on the top of Kellerman's head, which will diminish as he starts to duck and the angle changes. The reason that happens is that Kellerman's head falls into the shadow of the sun visor on his side of the car. By frame 300, the glare is almost gone, but it will return as he straightens back up. Okay, this is frame 312, 1/18th of a second before the terrible head explosion. It's probably the clearest and sharpest frame in the sequence, and it gives us an excellent look at Bill Greer. Okay, that is his left shoulder. And that is his left hand. And that is his right hand. And that is the top of Roy Kellerman's head. It is not a gun. Okay, keep in mind, this is frame 312. It's exactly 1/18th of a second before the fatal headshot. The reason we've been focusing on that frame is that 313 is horribly blurred, and it makes it difficult to see a lot of detail. But even with all the blurring, we can still see that Greer's hands are on the lower part of the steering wheel. If any of you still have doubts about this, I would suggest you consider several questions. There were hundreds of people in Dealey Plaza that day. How is it that not even one person claimed that Greer fired a weapon? But let's say that Greer got lucky, and nobody happened to notice that he blew up the president's head. Shouldn't he have been trying to escape? I mean, why did he instead drive his victim to the hospital and then hang around where he would surely expect to be arrested? At that point in time, he had no way of knowing that his dastardly deed went unnoticed. And finally, think about the Secret Service agents who were standing on the running board of the follow-up car, which was almost bumper to bumper with the limousine. There's just no way they could have overlooked something like that. Do you really think Clint Hill, who risked his life to get to the President and Mrs. Kennedy, was in on the cover-up? There are plenty of good logical reasons to support the fact that this crime was a conspiracy. But the theory that the driver turned around and shot JFK is not one of them. Thanks for listening, folks. My name is Bob Harris.